So now one more thing we will discuss and end this particular section, that is nothing but creating and working with arrays of numbers. Creating and working with arrays of numbers. It's very important here to how to declare an array, that is very important, and how to multiply, how to divide the arrays and all those things. So always remember, it's not a matrix. Matrix, it looks like a matrix, but it's not. We are not dealing with a matrix right now here. So we are just talking about an array of few numbers. Okay, so look at this one. There are array operations. You can see that dot plus, dot star, dot hash, and dot exponential or the power. So everywhere the dot is important. Dot is important. So once you come to the matrix, it is a little different. So that we will discuss in the later chapters. Okay, so here we use dot. So that indicates that the operation is between the corresponding terms. Like example, x equal to 1, 2, 3 and y is equal to 5, 6, 7. So x plus y is equal to, this indicates that term by 10, that is means 1 will be added with the 5 only, 2 will be added with the 6 only, 3 will be added with the 7 only. If it is multiplication also, dot multiplication means 1 will be multiplied with the 5, 2 will be multiplied with the 6 and 3 will be multiplied with the 7. So the answer will be like what? It will be 6, sorry, multiplication means 5, 12 and 21 will be there. Getting the point? So that is that dot indicates. So if the dot is not there, what happens? That we will discuss. Okay. Anyway, I'm just going to open the MATLAB and show you how this has to be done in MATLAB. Okay. Still we are working on command window. Let's take. I am declaring an array that is x equal to square bracket 1 space 2 space 3. So I declare an array of 1, 2, 3. 3 values are there. And similarly, I can y is equal to another one 2, 1, 5. 2, 1, 5. So let's take x plus y. I need to find what is x plus y. X plus y is what? 3, 8. X plus y is 3, 3, 8. So at the same time, I'm putting dot x plus y. Dot x dot plus y. It won't work. It won't work in the sense, since it is having 1 by 1 array, you don't have to put the dot here. Okay, the same way, let me try multiplying it. See, the answer works. Or maybe that also works. Division also works. Addition and subtraction is not required. Oh, I think I put here dot. It's not required. Now it's fine. Okay, now the addition and subtraction, so addition, the multiplication and the division, this is very important to put dot. Otherwise what happens, we'll see, x into, I just multiply x into 5. So it will show the error. What is the error? Incorrect dimensions of matrix multiplication, because your x was 1 by 3, the dimensions was 1 by 3 and the y also dimensions was 1 by 3. But we know that for a matrix multiplication, x should be 1 by 3 and the y should be 3 by 1. Right? Then only the matrix multiplication is possible like this. Matrix multiplication means 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Like this only the matrix multiplication is possible. But here what I need is array multiplication. So I have so many numbers, here. I just want to multiply each one. The position is same. So in that case, I have to put a dot there. And the division also I have to put the dot. That is important. So always remember, if you are getting any wrong answer, because sometimes the problem is, you know, the dimensions will be matching like a matrix. So we just do multiplication, normal multiplication without dot. What happens? You'll be getting a wrong answer. We are not getting the error, so we don't worry about that. But the thing is, if you don't put dot, it will not give you the term by term multiplication. That is the one thing. Okay. So if you want to find, let's take, okay, x and y is already defined here. You can see in the workspace whether it's available. Yes, x and y is available. So c equal to 5 times of y. 5 times of y. So 5y I cannot write because I need an operator between 5 and y. So I'll just put a multiplication 5 dot y. So see here, you are multiplying. Y is an array of 3 elements that is multiplied with a constant value. So you don't have to put a dot there because it's understood that the 5 has to be multiplied with each number because you are multiplying with a constant value. But if you are multiplying an array with an array, you need that dot star. So what happens if you put dot? That also gives you the same answer, but there is no effect because it's already multiplying term by term. 5 into y, right? 5 into 2, 5 into 1, and 5 into 5. Getting? Yeah, but this same thing. There is one thing. So always remember when you multiply or divide this term by term in 2 different arrays, always use dot, star, and dot slash. Okay. Now we'll discuss one more thing, the final thing here. You can go through this one and see whether you are able to get or not. So one small thing that to define a curve or a circle, how to draw a circle. How to draw a circle. So let's take you have theta value. If you look at this one, x equal to cos theta, y is equal to sin theta, and theta values from 0 to 2 pi that we know. How will you just plot this one? So for each theta value, there is an x and y value, right? That is what this question indicates. For each theta value, there is an x and y value. So if you know what is x and y value, you can plot x and y value. So here, we need to identify 0 to 2 pi is the initial value of theta and final value of theta. So what we do is we have to, let's take, if you want to plot something, you need an n number of x value, n number of x value, n number of y value you need. Then only you will be getting a perfect circle. Otherwise, if you're getting only 1 point here and 1 point here, you will not get, you don't know whether it's a circle or any other shape. So you need an n number of values. What I do, I'll just divide this 0 to 2 pi into so many divisions. A small division, maybe 0 point, 1 point, 2 point, like that up to 2 pi. So corresponding, if you have that theta, each theta value, you can find the x value for corresponding theta, and similarly sin theta also you can do, right? Once you have x and y value, you can easily plot it. So which function we have to use for plot? It is very easy. Plot only. We have to use plot. Plot is the function we use to plot a 2D graph. Okay. Okay. Now we'll do that. Okay. Let's take this. I can write in command window itself. So first I define the theta value. Theta is equal to, we know that it start from let's take 0 to pi. Okay, 0 to pi, 0 to 2 pi is the starting. So I need to divide it, right? So I need to divide it. So I use a command. I use a function called linspace. Remember, it's very important. Linspace. This is a linspace. So linspace is basically you have a line. I mean the complete line. You are making so many space in between. So I need the syntax will be like this. Linspace, your initial value, that is initial value 0, and your final value, that is 2 pi. Don't forget to put that star here, 2 pi, and how many divisions you want. You can see that syntax here, linspace x1, x2, n. N is nothing but the number of division. Let's take I need the number of division, 100. Okay, I'm not putting the semicolon here. Let me see how many values are coming. I just press enter. See it here, 100 values, through 100 values are there, up to 2 pi. Okay, anyway, I'm just removing this one, and I'll write that once again. Yeah, because I don't want this. I can see here theta, 1 into 100, that is 1 row, 100 elements are there, right? 1 row, 100 elements, because theta only is there. There is only 1 row, 0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, like that 100. Now theta is there. What is x value? I know x is nothing but cos theta, right? So how many values will be there? If I put this will give you individual values. Theta is having 100 values. The correspondingly x also will give you the 100 values. So see the workspace. Look here. X is also giving 100 values. For each theta, there is one x value. And y is equal to sine theta. Y is equal to sine theta. Again, let's see 1 into 100. For each theta, what is sine value? Once you have x and y value, you can plot it. For each x value, what is y? Each y value, what is x? So if you know that one, we just write a function called plot. Symbol, right? Plot. What do we need to plot? Plot x, comma. So you can see that there are so many syntaxes are there. So we'll just go with the first one, that is x, comma. But always remember your variable should be proper. Here in this syntax is written as capital X, Y, but it's actually small x and small y. Okay, in our equation. Plot x, y. Once I press enter, so since we are not writing as a program, this is in command window, that you will get the answer directly. In script file or the actual programming, in that you will be writing in script file. Script file you just write everything, then you run it. But here each line will be running. Each line will be executed. So if I press enter now, I'm going to press enter now. Yes, I got a circle. Is it look like a circle? No, it is not look like a circle. It's like a elliptical thing. But you can see one thing, that from here to here it is -1 to 1, and here to here is -1 to 1. So basically the division only is different here. The division is a little stretched out. It's actually a circle only because the diameter you can see here, right? The diameter is 2 will be the diameter. So here also 2 will be the diameter, right? The diameters are same, but it looks like something different. That is because your axis is not equal. The axis distance, so like if you say some 0 to 0.2 here, what is the distance take? And if you look at this distance, there will be a small change, difference will be there. That means your axis, the division of axis is not correct. So I need to make sure that the axes are equal. You don't have to remember anything. We need axis to be equal. That is axis should be, just put equal. Here it becomes a purple color. Axis should be equal. So this is the command. So if I put, let's take this is our answer, right? This is our figure. Now after putting axis equal, let's see how it's coming. I'm just going to press enter. Okay, let's see whether the figure is changed or not. Look at that. The axis become equal and properly is aligned, so we can get the final circle. Get it the point? So here we introduce two things, that plot we introduce, axis so axis equal. There are few more things are there with respect to axis that we will discuss in the coming classes. And linspace is very important. If you want to divide, a set of numbers, the initial and final number, if you want to divide, you can use the linspace. Okay. Or another way is there. So linspace, okay, linspace of some value, I'll just write it as from 0 to 5, and I need a 5 division. Let's take 5 division, 0 to 5, 5 division. 0 to 5, 0 is the initial value, 5 is the final value. Okay, let's take, I need 4 divisions. I need to divide the 0 to 5 into 4 equal divisions. Look at this one, 4 equal division, initial, final. So same way, I can do another thing. So here you don't know what is the increment, right? So what I do, 0 to 5, you divide into 5 section or 4 section. We don't care about how much increment will be there each time. But if I want to do something related to a specific problem, and I need to know that what is the increment is given, or I know what is the increment is there. Let's take, I have a 0 to 100 and I need n numbers. I cannot type 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 100. It takes so much time. I need initial value 0, final value is 100, right? Final value is 100. Yeah. So how will you get an increment is 1 is given. It's very easy to do that. Let's take another variable r. I am taking r is equal to initial value and the increment and the final value. See here 0 full colon 1 full colon 100. So this will give you the initial value. 100 is nothing but your final value and 1 is nothing but the increment. See 1 2 3 4 5 6 like that up to 100 it is there. So if you know what is the increment, you can use this one using the full colon. If you don't know what is the and you are not worried about what is the increment and all, but we need an n number of values between initial and final, you can go with a linspace. Okay, so I hope you understood what is the significance of linspace and the full colon. You can write it down this what do you say, I'll just note it down here. For linspace, initial value, final value, number of equal divisions. That is a syntax you can write. And for the that is equal to y. So z equal to, another way is what? Initial value, increment and final value. Final value. So there is a second case. So used to divide numbers in an array, right? So this is what it is. So that is that's it for the first section. You go through each problem and start doing the problems. Once you finish it, note down everything in your Word document, make a proper report out of this one. That is, you need to write the question and the command in the MATLAB, finally the solution. That is what I need. Okay, so I hope you understood and start practicing it. If you have any doubts, you can definitely contact me, or we will have a session also once we complete everything. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thank you for listening to me. So see you in the next video.